oh, it didn't count down today. Normally it goes doot, doot, doot. And then I go, hey, 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 everybody. Anyways, I'm very, very excited about today's episode, if you will, because I've been really, really, really trying for a long time to figure out what I wanted to call my live videos, because I will be going live every Monday and every Thursday. And so I've just been thinking about it, like, what do I want to call these? You know, do I just want to have a different topic every week? The answer is yes, it will always be a different topic for sure, but I wanted to have like a name. So I'm still working on my Thursday name, but I really want to, obviously I talk about it so often, you know, finding ways that we can love ourselves and, you know, all of that. So the other day I did just a post, and it just said like, I will not judge myself in the eyes of others. And it's crazy because it hit home so hard. Like I always tell you guys, I have these meditations that, you know, align so crazily with my life, like what's going on with my life. Hey everybody, I can't see who's like jumping on for a while usually. So anyways, let me know that you're on. Let me know you're here. Happy Monday. I've had these meditations that align so deeply with my life and what's going on, and more so like with the people that I talk to. And so I just really wanted to share this with you guys. The other day I talked to a lot of people behind the scenes, and one of my good friends, and she's a coach on my team, and she's, you know, she has this amazing story and this amazing journey. And the thing is when you start a lifestyle journey, a lot of people don't know how to address it or accept it or, you know, deal with it or talk about it, or, you know, they have their own interpretation of what it is, and like you're in a cult or you're on a diet or you're, you know, restricting yourself or whatever the case is, which is totally not the case with what we do, right? This is a lifestyle, ensuring that you're getting enough nutrition and all that stuff. But anyways, so many of us have people that make comments or doubt us or talk about it or make it kind of like a weird thing, or I think it's like it sometimes makes us feel uncomfortable, but I think it's because they're uncomfortable. And so, hey Sean, what's up? So what happened was my girl was at work, and of course, like last week with being holiday, there's treats at work and all of this stuff. And, you know, a lot of people in our groups will be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure to not give in to the temptation of the treats at work or whatever the case is. And like, that's cool. Some people that are brand new with our programs, like, yeah, if you want to do the program 100%, then definitely pass up the treats. However, don't feel like you have to do that. Like, this all, at the end of the day, this is about balance. This is about getting to a place where you're going to be comfortable enough to allow balance and to not feel bad about having a treat here and there or whatever the case is. So this friend of mine has lost a lot of weight. Not 50 pounds, not 60 pounds, not 70 pounds, not 80 pounds. Up there, right? And her journey has been amazing. It's been a year and a half that she's been with us, I believe. And so what happens is she had an eating disorder before, and, you know, now has strong feelings of you know, feeling bad if she does have these treats. And she works out and sticks to her nutrition like all of the time. She also teaches and does all of this other stuff. So I'm like, look, if you're gonna have some treats and have some cake and cookies, like, by all means, you earn that, right? And so anyway, she was like eating with some of her coworkers, and it was just so rude. They were like totally belittling her because she had some cake in front of them. And so literally they were like, oh my gosh, you ate cake? I can't believe that. And just like kind of almost were mocking her for having a treat at work, which is completely insane. And that, because she used to have a eating disorder, you know, it really, really hit home to her. It really crushed her inside. And so luckily she reached out to me, and I said, you know what? You have to realize how far you've come, and you have to realize that you've worked this hard to be able to enjoy those things. You know, you learned how to deal with the problems that you had before, and this is a healthy option. You're not taking chemicals, you're not doing these crazy fasts that other people are doing, you're not starving yourself, you're fueling yourself with nutrition. And so that's something to be proud of. And the biggest thing is I want to tell people to stand up for themselves. So like a lot of times it happens even with family members, again, especially in our groups, like people start to have this journey and they work really, really, really hard. And so a lot of times the family members will make fun of them because they don't want to have the deep fried option when they go out to eat, or they don't want to go out to eat because they don't want to have that temptation, right? And so it's just really too bad that people aren't supportive. But it's not necessarily that people aren't always supportive. I think it's just that people just don't know. Or a lot of times those people don't have that willpower that the other person has. And so it's kind of, not to say childish, but like when kids kind of make fun of other kids when they feel a little bit uncomfortable or like don't know an answer. It's kind of like a joke and like, haha, whatever, but it's not really that funny because it ends up really, really, really hurting the other people's feelings. And I have another friend that, I saw, she has adopted, her and her husband, 3 children, and God bless them. They are so amazing. And, the comments that people have of like, oh, just wait until, if you think being an adopted mother is awesome, wait till you have one of your own, or don't you want to have your own? And like, why would somebody even say that? Like, obviously people are maybe trying to have their own children and can't, or like, it's just really, really, really crazy, like the things that people will actually say out loud. So don't let the others' opinions or words, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words are so powerful and so hurtful. And, the biggest thing I think that we can do is stand up to that. A lot of people I know will just kind of be quiet and keep on with their day and holding that inside, and just stand up for yourself. Like, say like, hey, you know what? I used to have an eating disorder and I am very proud of myself that I got, to this huge amount of weight loss, and that I am very, very, very healthy now. And, to hear things like that out of other people's mouths is really, it wrecks me. It could be a very bad thing if I didn't address it. And then maybe those people will know for, upcoming times to not say anything or keep it to themselves, or not try to mock, or, whatever the case is, like, keep it in. So anyways, the I Love Me Monday, I want to continue every Monday. And what I want is for everybody that's watching to just like go ahead and list 3 things. So like every Monday, I think it'll be cool to just like list 3 things under this video, like that you're proud of, or that you're thankful for, or maybe a goal. It doesn't have to be a certain thing. A lot of times I'll tell people like, okay, well, tell me 3 things that you're hoping for this week, or tell me 3 things that you're proud of from last week, or, tell me 3 things, like 3 things for a week's time can be super, super, super powerful. 3 things rather than 100 things on a to-do list is going to ensure that you're giving your all to those 3 things. If you have a to-do list of 20 things and you're constantly multitasking, you're taking away from the other things, right? So don't overdo yourself. Don't overbook yourself. Don't give yourself that kind of, it's almost like you're setting yourself up for failure. Like if you know that you don't have enough time to do certain things, then just don't put it on your list. Don't, get down on yourself if you're like, oh my gosh, well, I should be able to do all this stuff, but I can't, because I get it. I'm single parenting right now. Like single parenting, it's no joke. It's one thing like to be a stay-at-home mom, but it's another thing to be a single parent, right? So I love it. I love, that Chad is doing what he is truly, truly passionate about. These are the things that I love me right now. I'm telling you my things. I love that Chad is passionate about what he's doing right now, because he wasn't for quite some time. And so where so many people, again, will kind of just say things like, oh my gosh, she's gone for the year. Like, you guys have a 3-year-old. It's like, yeah, we do have a 3-year-old, but it's better that he's doing something that he's passionate about, and that AJ and I have a good routine, and that there's not a bunch of friction in our house, right? Like, that's what's important. Or, like, why would I hold him back when he supports everything that I do? I knew what he was passionate about when we got into this, and I came into our relationship kind of, you know, I moved here, he deployed, we got engaged, he deployed, we got married, he deployed, we got pregnant, he deployed, we had AJ, he stayed. It was like, not a good time to stay after you're used to deploying. So this is just kind of like our normal, and we're doing really, 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 really well right now. So again, something that we are very proud of, and maybe things are said by other people to both of us that maybe they shouldn't say. Other things that kind of is associated with that. I'm in love with the fact that I made it till almost 38 years old without sprouting regular gray hairs. I have these 2 gray hairs that keep popping out. So I'm going to have to start getting my hair done a little more frequently, but I'm quite certain that I have these gray hairs because I have a 3-nager. But I'm just so blessed that I'm able to stay home with him. And as much as, you know, I was thinking about this too, because I kind of like got into this, you know, I see all over the place where people are like, oh my gosh, spring break, you know, but it's like, no, like, I'm very, very, very lucky that I don't have to put him somewhere during his spring break, right? Like, I don't have to pay somebody else to take care of him. I don't have to take off work or use up vacation time or any of that stuff to be able to stay home with him. So yes, I'm getting some gray hairs now, and it's probably definitely because of him, but I'm very, very, very lucky to be able to stay here with him. So that's another thing that I love that I've been thinking about today. Let's see, I said 3 things. So the third thing I would say is, probably the third thing is I'm kind of gearing up for some races this summer. It's something that I started last year, and I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to fit it in to my schedule with Chad being gone. Oh yay, I can't wait. I can't like see it all. Proud to be your friend, proud to be healthy and in shape. Oh, I can't wait to read these. Yay. Yay for following directions. Sean for the win. I'm really excited about the races, and so I'm still trying to figure out who's going to watch AJ on Mother's Day morning, but I'm going to do the first triathlon on Mother's Day. And it's the first race that I ever did was last year on Mother's Day, and I took first place in my age range, and so that is a goal of mine again. I won't have time to practice my swimming, however, I'm crushing it in my cycling. I have been able to pick up some more classes, and they're like going really, really, really well. Everybody's loving it. The music's awesome. It's been great energy, and so that's really exciting for me. And then I'm trying to get some runs in. I'm still, it's tough. Again, like with AJ only being at school, when he's in school, he's only in school for 9 hours a week. And so I have to do things like work usually on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then every 2 weeks, one of those days I have to drive to my nail place, which is across town. And then, you know, any of the things that I want to do for myself or running to stores that I don't want to run to with him, you know, those have to be in those 9 hours a week. So anyways, that's my goal. My goal by the end of the summer is to do an Olympic try, and I'm pretty confident with that. So I'm in the market for my own bike. So that's something that Chad and I have been kind of looking at and talking about. Of course, he's like, buy it, like just get it, you know, and I'm like, I know, but like we're trying to get ahead. That's why you're deployed. Whatever. So I'm going to get a bike. But anyways, thank you for jumping on. Much love to my friends that are continuous supporters and that always jump on these calls. Lives, they're not a call. I'm trying to think of my Thursday title or name. So if anybody has ideas for a Thursday video that we can use every week, let me know what that is. And enjoy the rest of your Monday. It's still early, right? There's still plenty of time to kind of reboot. This is what AJ and I do now. Is like if he's freaking out and I can feel this gray hair growing, I'm like, all right, dude, let's just start over, okay? All right. And then I make him do it. I'm like, all right, are you going to start over? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to start over. And so I'm like, show me. And he'll like do like this at first because he's angry. And I'm like, you won't be able to start over unless you do this. And so then he'll finally go, okay, Mom, start over. So if you're having a funk today, look, I woke up and it was raining and I didn't want to get up and work out at 5:30 in the morning, but it's what I do to ensure my awesome day. So I had to suck it up and get out of bed, and I was in a little bit of a funk. Rain and dark makes me that way. So anyways, just everybody take a deep breath, let it out, and go like this and regroup. All right, I'll see you Thursday.